In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on May 21st, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Detroit Tigers versus St. Louis Cardinals. The Detroit Tigers are hitting the road for a matchup against the St. Louis Cardinals at Busch Stadium. It's expected that Andre Pallante will get the start for the Cardinals. So far this season, Pallante has put together a 4-2 record across 9 starts. He's got a 4.11 earned run average and a 1.33 WHIP with 32 strikeouts and 16 walks. Opponents are hitting .259 against him. That's not exactly lockdown stuff. Meanwhile, Detroit's offense has been one of the more reliable units in the league this season. They rank inside the top 10 in several key categories: batting average, on-base percentage, home runs, and slugging percentage. Pallante has given up at least 1 home run in 6 of his 9 outings. And that's a bad recipe against a team that's been swinging the bats this well. Detroit should be able to tag him for runs and put pressure on the Cardinals early. As our first pick for this matchup, the Detroit Tigers money line is our full game side pick. Offensively, both teams bring some serious firepower. Each ranks near or inside the top 10 in the league when it comes to batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. That's a strong signal that we're in for some fireworks. Pallante will be on the mound for St. Louis, and while he's had some decent moments, he hasn't exactly shut teams down. On the flip side, Detroit is expected to go with a bullpen game. That usually means multiple arms coming in and out, which often leads to more scoring opportunities, especially for a team like the Cardinals that can capitalize on mismatches and mistakes. The way both lineups are producing, combined with the pitching setups, points toward a game with runs on both sides. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Mariners versus Chicago White Sox. On Wednesday afternoon, the Seattle Mariners square off against the Chicago White Sox in the final game of their 3-game series at Guaranteed Rate Field. Both teams are sending out starters who have been sharp lately, each carrying an earned run average under 3 over their recent outings. But don't expect them to go deep into this one. Evans has only logged 1 quality start across his first 4 appearances, and Smith hasn't fared much better with just 3 and 9. Both pitchers average less than 6 innings per start, which means the bullpens are likely to take over before long. And if this one becomes a bullpen battle, the edge clearly swings Seattle's way. The Mariners rank 11th in bullpen earned run average across the league, while the White Sox sit way down at 25th. Momentum is also leaning hard in Seattle's favor. They came into Tuesday night riding a 4-game win streak, while the White Sox are slumping, having dropped 5 straight. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Mariners money line is our full game side pick. Even with some pop in the lineup, Seattle struggles to make consistent contact. Their team batting average is hovering below .240, while the White Sox are even worse, sitting at just .216. Mariners starter Evans has been dominant in limited road action, allowing just a 0.82 earned run average through 2 starts away from home. On the flip side, Smith has been solid at Guaranteed Rate Field, posting a 1.99 earned run average over 4 home outings. The low-scoring trend shows up in recent results too. The White Sox have hit the under in 3 of Smith's last 5 starts. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Guardians versus Minnesota Twins. It's the final game of a 3-game set between 2 American League Central teams looking to build some momentum as they square off in the Twin Cities. The Cleveland Guardians and the Minnesota Twins wrap things up Wednesday afternoon at Target Field, both hoping to close the series on a high note. Tuesday's doubleheader, which included the resumption of Monday's suspended game, stretched both bullpens, so it's worth watching how each manager handles the arms in this one. Cleveland's coming into this matchup in a bit of a funk, having dropped 4 straight games. The Twins, on the other hand, were red-hot with 13 wins in a row before that streak snapped in their series finale against Milwaukee. Joe Ryan has been excellent over his last 3 starts, and even though his career record against Cleveland is only 3-4, he's consistently kept their bats quiet. The Guardians, meanwhile, have had trouble putting runs on the board and haven't gotten the same kind of lights-out production from their bullpen that we've seen in recent seasons. If you break down the splits for the two starters, you'll notice a big difference in how they perform based on location. Tanner Bibby hasn't looked sharp on the road this season. He's 2-3 with a bloated 6.49 earned run average and 1.56 WHIP in 5 starts totaling just over 26 innings. Compare that to Joe Ryan's numbers at home, where he's been much more comfortable, 2-1 with a tidy 2.35 earned run average and a 0.74 WHIP across 4 outings at Target Field. Even when you shift the focus to the bullpens over the course of the full season, there's a clear edge for Minnesota. The Twins bullpen ranks 3rd in the league with a 2.89 earned run average, while Cleveland sits at 18th with a 4.06 earned run average from their relievers. As our first pick for this matchup, the Minnesota Twins money line is our full game side pick. Heading into Tuesday night, Cleveland had gone over the total in 22 of their 45 games, with 3 pushes. Their offense hasn't been great overall. They're 22nd in the majors at 3.96 runs per game, but they've actually been more productive on the road, bumping that number up to 4.39. They also tend to play in higher scoring contests away from home, averaging 9.43 total runs per road game. Minnesota, by contrast, has leaned toward the under more often, with a 27-16-4 mark in their first 47 games. They're scoring just a bit more than Cleveland overall, 4.13 runs per game, which climbs to 4.71 at home, but their games generally feature fewer total runs, averaging 7.92 overall and 7.76 at home. Given those trends, and with both starters in solid form recently, this could shape up to be a tighter, lower-scoring affair. Both starters have been sharp in May. Tanner Bibby is 1-2 this month but has pitched well with a 3.5 earned run average and a .274 batting average against in 3 starts covering 18 innings. Joe Ryan has been even better. He's gone 2-0 with a microscopic 1 earned run average and a .127 opponent batting average over the same span. And workload. Offensively, neither team has exactly caught fire this month. Cleveland ranks 23rd with a .692 team OPS in the 16th of May games, while Minnesota is a bit better at 11th with a .737 OPS in their last 16. Add in the fact that the under has hit in 6 of the last 10 meetings between these teams, and you've got a decent argument for a quiet afternoon at the plate. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Kansas City Royals versus San Francisco Giants. The Kansas City Royals and San Francisco Giants are set to wrap up their 3-game series at Oracle Park, with both clubs looking to grab a crucial win as they fight for position in tight divisional races. There's a lot at stake, and with Logan Webb on the mound for San Francisco, the edge leans heavily toward the home team. Webb has been one of the most consistent and dominant arms in the National League this year, and when he's pitching at home, he's been practically untouchable. The Giants' bullpen is coming in fresh and reliable, which only adds to the difficulty for Kansas City. On the other side, the Royals still haven't announced a starter, which likely means a bullpen-heavy approach. That's never ideal on the road, especially when your offense has been hit or miss all season. San Francisco has quietly become one of the stronger teams in the league when it comes to covering the run line at home, especially as favorites. Given the pitching edge and their ability to close out games, the Giants have a good chance to take control early and hold on to it through the final out. As our first pick for this matchup, the San Francisco Giants money line is our full game side pick. This matchup puts one of the National League's top starting pitchers, Logan Webb, up against a Royals team that has struggled all year to produce runs. Kansas City has been among the least productive offenses in baseball, managing just 3.3 runs per game across the season, a mark that ranks 4th worst in the majors. And it gets uglier. Over their last 10 games, the Royals have dipped to a dismal 2.3 runs per game. The Giants haven't been setting the world on fire offensively either, tallying only 5 total runs over their last 3 contests. But Webb's performance has been nothing short of stellar, with a 2.42 earned run average over 10 starts and an absolutely dominant 0.64 earned run average at home. Kansas City is likely headed into this game using a spot starter or leaning heavily on their bullpen, which has actually been a bright spot, ranking 5th in MLB with a 3.2 earned run average. If their relievers can string together a decent outing, and with San Francisco also having a strong bullpen, there's a real possibility of a low-scoring game. Add in the fact that it's a day game, where hitters often feel the effects of travel and early start times, and the stage is set for runs to be at a premium. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Boston Red Sox. New York is looking to avoid dropping back-to-back series as they head to Fenway Park on Wednesday night to take on Boston in the final game of their three-game set. The Mets will need a strong showing to salvage a win before they head back out on the road again. The Red Sox have found some rhythm lately, winning 2 of their last 3 games at home. The Mets, on the other hand, have had a rough time on the road, dropping 3 of their last 4 away from Citi Field. Boston looks to have the edge here, mostly because they've hit well against right-handed pitching. Vegel, who's getting the start for New York, has not been sharp lately. He's given up a total of 12 runs across his last 3 starts and hasn't fared much better away from home, surrendering 11 runs in his last 3 road appearances. Boston's bats should give him a hard time again in this one. Offensively, New York may not get much going either. Crochet has been a solid presence on the mound for the Red Sox and has kept opposing lineups pretty quiet lately. Over his last 3 starts, he's allowed just 4 runs total. At home, he's been just as good, giving up only 3 runs across his last 2 outings at Fenway. If that trend holds, the Mets are going to struggle putting runs on the board. Looking back over the last few seasons, these 2 teams have faced off 10 times since 2021. The Red Sox have come out ahead in the head-to-head, winning 6 of those matchups. Even more telling, they're 6-1 in games played at Fenway during that stretch. Home field has mattered in this series, and it may again on Wednesday. Boston is handing the ball to their ace to close out the series, and given how well they've played in the first 2 games, they'll be looking for the sweep. This has been a tight and competitive series so far, but with Crochet on the mound and momentum on their side, the Red Sox should be able to finish strong. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Red Sox money line is our full game side pick. The Mets have been playing in low-scoring games lately, hitting the under in 5 of their last 6 contests. Boston averages about 4.84 runs per game and has scored around 4.67 per game in their last 3. They're batting .248 against right-handed pitchers and are facing one who's been giving up runs in bunches during road starts. The Mets are putting up 4.44 runs per game on the season, but over their last 3 games, they've only managed to score a total of 6 runs, just 2 per game. Against lefties, they've hit a respectable .254, but Crochet hasn't given much away recently. That could keep their offense quiet again. In terms of recent matchups between the 2 teams, the under has hit in 3 of their last 5 meetings. While both teams are generally in the top half of the league in scoring this season, their recent head-to-head games tell a different story. Over the last 10 meetings, the under is 5-4-1, and the first 2 games of this series have only produced 6 total runs. The under has also been a trend for both teams lately. The Mets have gone under the total in 6 of their last 10, with just 10 total runs scored in their last 7 games combined. Boston's gone under in 6 of their last 10 as well, allowing 4 or fewer runs in 5 of those games. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.